what a beautiful, beautiful song. And this is Wardell Stream for Solar Records Radio. And welcome to Indie Blues and All That Jazz show on Solar Records Radio. May God bless all of you guys. And thank you for hanging out with us today here on Solar Records Radio. Man, oh man. So here we go, guys. Let's get it going. Well, so today we're going to have a special show where we're going to talk to some of Dana Meyer's friends back in Dayton, Ohio, people he grew up with. And so as we're waiting for them to come on, man, oh man, we will have a great show and a great conversation with those guys. And just me remembering Dana Myers as my one of my closest friends in the industry and just in life. Dana Myers was just a beautiful brother. And I love Dana. And, and I miss him desperately because he had this innocence about him that was so beautiful. And so, with that being said, you just, it's just heartbreaking to know that he is not here with us anymore. And that scares me because it's just a reality check, right? It's like, dude, everybody gets has their the time when it's time to come home. And so I just say the best thing to do is to just try to enjoy your life the best way you can and just go have fun and be blessed in it. And then when you're done, right? And so I met a lady today at AT&T, and so she's a grandma. I said, "Oh, grandma." I said, "So that's your daughter?" She goes, "Yeah, that's my daughter, and then that's my son, my grandson." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Wow." I said, "That's pretty cool." I said, "So what happens after that? Like, what What happens after that? Where do you go after that?" Right? And so she's like, "Well, I was just talking to my mom, and my mom is a great grandma, so I guess I'm gonna go there." I go, "Okay, there you go." Well, hallelujah. Because when we get to a certain age, sometimes we just start shutting down and just like, "Oh man, this is not good. This is not good." But anyway, so I just said, "Well, that's good. You have a whole nother thing that you get to live for." And that's what it's all about. We need to continue to live. No matter how old we get, we need to continue to hang in there, to live, to love each other, to bless one another, and keep moving. And so for me, like I said, when we lost Dana, it just broke my heart because he was such a beautiful spirit and just a wonderful man. And for him to be just gone. It's just scary. I mean, I had to go through that with Richard Randolph from Dynasty, our guitar player, and the same thing I had to go through with William Shelby from Dynasty. He's a keyboard player. And then we had to go through it with Nigel Beard. Nigel was our singer. So it's like 3 right in a row. And that was very hard. So, but it looked like we got some guys here that are going to be chopping it up about with Dana and stuff. Let's see here. Who we got here? What's happening, man? Lamar, can you hear me? I can see you, but say something.
Hey, what's going on?
Ah, there you go. All right, Lamar.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. This is weird. I'm looking at my laptop, but I gotta also have to do my phone.
Oh wow. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Sorry you have to go through this. Well, anyway.
Yeah, the browser wouldn't let me get my camera thing together. So.
Okay. Well, I apologize for that. So why don't you tell us who you are and how you and Dana Myers became friends? Can you hear me?
Okay, my name is Lamar Webster. I'm a bass player from Dayton, Ohio. Yes.
Okay.
I went to the same elementary school with Dana. He was a grade ahead of me. And so we were in the same neighborhood section for Westwood Elementary School.
I could hear you have a delay.
Okay, I'm at to turn the volume down on this other one here. Okay, so basically, I knew Dana from elementary school, but when we got to high school, I got to high school in the 8th grade, and he was in the 9th grade. So probably around my sophomore year, I was aware of him as a musician, as a vocalist, and he played and sang with different groups. But the big thing in Dayton for us was the talent shows. In the 8th grade, I started in the 8th grade at Roth High School. Probably that October, they had the first talent show that I saw up there. It was the Fine Arts Club had a talent show, and I saw all these fantastic musicians on the stage. And I said to myself, I have to get on that stage before I graduate from school here, because it was just so exciting. Guys were playing James Brown, Booker T and the MGs. They were singing Temptations, the OJs. And it was just like the movie, The Five Heartbeats.
Right.
It was just a real brilliant experience. And I knew that Dana sang with several groups, and I knew, that he was a good singer. Later, when I moved to California, I met Dana and Clifford Bailey. They were roommates at that time. And I went over to Dana's apartment a few times, and I saw him using the sampler and, playing keys and just recording. He was working on some tracks. This would have been in 84, 85. So he had already done most of his Solar stuff, but I didn't know that he was able to play keys and guitar, and, he had a lot of instruments. So we sort of reconnected once I moved to Cali. And then I played in a band with him with Mark Philpott and Vernon Woods later, called Second Nature. So I played with them for a little bit. And we just sort of kept in contact, once I came to LA.
So Second Nature is a group that I put together for them. And I was the drummer, the first drummer. And then what happened is that when you got there, I left and went to South Africa, and I started producing over there. So I stayed there for almost a year and just working with different artists. So when I hear you say you play with Second Nature, it's like, what? I didn't know. And so, but yeah, Mark and Vernon and Dana and Otis Stokes, we all had a good time with Second Nature. And man, I remember those guys, Dana and Mark and Vernon, could harmonize. Oh, and they were just, it was so much fun. So basically,
yes,
what it was is that we had already did our Solar stuff, right? And so we were just like, hey, we should do some gigs and stuff on the weekends, just to have fun and do some stuff. And Lakeside wasn't doing anything. And so everybody was like, and Dynasty wasn't doing anything. So it was like, yeah, let's do something. So we put the band together and we started rehearsing at my house. And then we started setting up these gigs. And one of the places was probably a place that you played in Santa Monica. And it was up on it, the stage was up high because they were still playing with at that place when I left. Do you remember that place?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that club. I didn't play there,
Okay.
but that's where I met Zimmerman.
Oh,
He
yes.
was playing keys
Yes.
with them back
And,
then.
and sax.
But I
Yes.
remember it was upstairs. I
Yes.
remember it was, yeah, upstairs on that little loft level.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And sax. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, that was an interesting little setup
Yeah.
because like we're way up here and everybody's
Yeah.
down there.
Now, later on, I played at that club.
Oh wow, okay.
Right. But it wasn't with them.
Okay.
Yeah. I was doing my own thing with several groups too.
Oh, okay. Good. Good.
But I played I played with Mark and Vernon at BB King's in Universal City Walk.
Okay. Very good.
And we
Yeah.
had Aya on keys, who plays with the Whispers.
Okay.
Yeah. Zim was on keys and sax. I was on bass. Moses, I think Moses or Moise, Aya's boyfriend was on drums. And we had a guy named we called him Guitar Jack. He was playing guitar.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, those were the great days, right? We had just wonderful times and stuff with Dana.
The thing that I liked about Second Nature, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The thing you liked about Second Nature is what?
They had a 20-minute medley of Philly.
Yeah.
They called it Philly Soul.
Yes, that's where I'm from.
and it started off with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Yes, sir.
And we did Stylistics and then something else, and then we ended on Love Train by the OJs.
All right.
And every time we played that medley, it killed, man.
It killed. It was on, and that was one of my favorite medleys that we did and stuff. And so,
right.
So you and I,
and they all three of them took turns singing lead.
Yes, absolutely. And so, yeah. You know, the sad reality of, you know, this conversation is, this reminds me of when I got the phone call from Leon Silvers asking about Dana Myers. Have you talked to him? He didn't show up to a meeting. And so I know how Dana important meetings are to him. And so I was like, oh, I got to go. And he's like, well, where are you going? I said, I'm going to go find Dana. And when I find him, he'll call you or I'll call you back. He's like, okay, well, call me back. I said, all right. So I called Mark and I called Vernon immediately. And I said, listen, I've been doing everything I could to get in touch with Dana. I've tried all kinds of different ways. Can you do that? And see if you can get in touch with him. And so I said, it's really important because he didn't show up to a meeting. And so I want to make sure he knows what's going on. And so they were calling. And so I called him back. It gave him an hour. And I called him back. I said, well, have you talked to him? And they said, no. I said, you haven't talked to him? And they said, no. I said, okay. Well, if you haven't talked to him, then I'm going to call the police. And they're like, what? I said, I need to make sure Dana's okay. He lives by himself. So I called the police and I told him, I said, listen, Dana lives by himself. I need you to go and verify that he's good. Do a wellness check for me. And they were like, okay, give me the address. I gave them the address. They went over and they called and said, Wardell, we found Dana, but he's deceased. And I go, what? But see, so my whole when I lived in California, I used to drive
Wow.
from Laguna Beach to where Dana lived, right into Altaloma, right? And I used to pick him up and take him to his doctor's appointments. And then after we went to his doctor's appointments, then I would take him to get his medication. And then after he got his medication, we go to the grocery store and just grab a few things that he might want to eat, and then I'll take him back home. And then I drive all the way back to Dana. So I was used to, Dana having some, these medical things that he had stuff he had to take care of, but he did not. There was nobody else to do it. Somebody had to do it, right? Somebody had to help him, and so I didn't mind helping him because I love helping all my brothers. So I did it, and so when I couldn't get in touch with him, I was like, well, we got to figure this out. We have to figure this out. And so we did. And the reality was just a sad reality. I was expecting for them to say, we found him. He's not doing well. We're going to take him to the hospital. That's what I was expecting. Not what I got. So, but anyway, what's going on over there, Spoon?
What's happening, young man? How's it going? I'm just trying to survive.
Trying to survive, huh?
Trying to survive, man.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm glad Pennington just gave me the link to get on here because I was out riding, signing the contract.
What's up, Floyd?
Coming up. What's that, Lamar? What's happening?
What's happening? So why don't you tell us your story, you and Dana's story?
I was just saying hello.
Hey, way back in the early 70s when I was with a group called the Four Corners, which was a predecessor for the Platypus. It was, four singers and a band. And I was singing, and we were in New Haven, Connecticut in 1970. And one of the guys in the group got into a little skirmish with another guy in the group, so he left the group. So I said, we got to get another singer. So I called Dana Myers. I said, Dana, we're out here in Connecticut, man. I know you're out of high school now. I said, you want to come join the group? He said, yeah, we'd love to come to join the group. So I told everybody and all the people I said, I'm going to get my little brother from Dayton, Ohio, and pick him up to join the Four Corners. And he never left. He never came back to Dayton. And he always told me, he always said, Spoon, if it wasn't for you, man, I probably would have retired from General Motors in Dayton, Ohio.
So how old was Dana around that time?
19.
He was 19.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So he went out there with you guys, and when he got out there with you guys, did he stay there with you guys? Was it?
Yeah.
How long did he stay? How long did he stay?
We stayed on the road. We stayed on the East Coast. We played Albany, New York. We played New London, Connecticut, and New Haven, Connecticut. Then we would come back to Dayton, and then we would play some gigs in Dayton. Then we would go to around the gigs in Ohio, Canton, Ohio, and we went to Kansas City, blah, 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 this and that. In the meantime, we had met our manager at the time was a guy named Benny Allen. And Benny would always stress the truth. He said he grew up with Hal Davis, who was a producer for the Jackson 5. And we didn't believe Benny. Yeah, right, Benny. But anyway, we went over to Benny's house one day, lived in the Upland Terrace in Dayton, Ohio. And there was this guy in there who had basically one leg shorter than the other. We didn't know at the time. And he was playing some tracks. His name was Hal Davis. I said, yeah, right. Yeah, right. But anyway, so we sang songs for Hal, and a few songs, and he liked. He said, I like some of them. I'm gonna probably go back to Motown and tell about you guys. And I think they recorded like 6 or 7 of our songs, and they recorded 2 of them. They recorded "I'm Glad It Rained" which was on the Jackson 5 Anthology album, and then What Goes Around Comes Around, which was on the Ben album, and the writers were me, Dana Myers, Arthur Stokes, and Levinsky Allen. So that's what really started our writing career as a group. Everything that we wrote, we said we're all going to share the writers on it, and we had wrote some real nice songs, man, some very nice. And Dana was always a very talented writer and a singer. People don't realize this boy can sing.
Yeah, you sure could.
This boy could blow, man, and. But we you know we changed the name to Platypus later on, and the rest is history. I always say the funny thing about the Platypus thing is that Dana and I were the two main lead singers of the group at the time, and we both left the group, and then they get a contract with Casablanca Records. You just never know. But the amazing thing also is I was in the hospital. I think July 23rd, 24th, 25th. And I think on the 25th of July, Dana called me, checking in on me. Check, how you doing, Spoon? What's up, man? I said, I'm hanging in there, and I'll call you back. And then 2 or 3 days later, I found out he's passed away, and it's still bothering me. It just bothers me because he was supposed to be coming back for his reunion and coming back to see everybody in Dayton. And he was just so full of life. Just so full of life. I see Stokes is on there. I know you got something to add, Stokes.
Somebody's TV is on or something. It's
Oh,
something.
I probably got my TV. I got the baseball game on. Let me go turn it off.
What is that noise? Hakeem,
Yeah,
what's the word, man?
Thunderbird. What's the price?
What's up, Stokes?
Hey, what's going on, Lamar? They say, what's the price? 30 twice. What's the reason? Apple season.
Wow. Okay, hold on, wait. So when you
Yeah.
say Stokes, are you talking like older Stokes is your brother?
I tell people that's my widow brother.
Oh, that's your little brother?
That's my
Hey,
widow
so-
brother.
Hey,
Okay.
Stokes, let me interject and tell the story. A lot of people don't know this. This ain't got nothing to do with Dana per se, but I don't know if a lot of people know how Otis got with Lakeside.
No.
Back in their senior year in high school, Curtis Sanford, who do you know Curtis Wardell? Curtis Sanford, the drummer.
No.
Well, Curtis he sits in with Lakeside every now and then, but Curtis Sanford and Otis Stokes were seniors in high school. And they went on the road with us, with Platypus, because we knew the principal of Roth High School at the time. His name was Robert Lacey. He said, as long as we look after those guys and they do their assignments, they can go on the road with you guys. So Otis was traveling with us. He used to bring us on stage at the Apartment nightclub in Los Angeles, and he was singing what, Superstitious by Stevie Wonder and a couple other songs. And that's basically, he happened to be at the right place at the right time when Ricky Abernathy left Lakeside. He just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and that's how he got with Lakeside, because he should have been in Dayton, Ohio in high school.
Hold it. In high school, how old was he?
He was, what, 17, 18?
Yeah, I'm going to say 17, in that normal age range,
But we took him and Curdy on the road.
And they wanted to go. They wanted to go. And,
Him and Curdy were both seniors.
Yeah.
Right.
They were both seniors.
Yeah. And they the school allowed that, and they did have to turn in periodically some kind of paperwork, essay, kind of talking about what they were doing and that type of thing. And they did that until up to when it was time to graduate, and they flew back to Dayton and graduated, and then came back to Los Angeles.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So I want you to know that your brother Otis and I were always close.
Good. And
Because he actually lived around the corner from us at first.
Okay.
Around 51st Street. We lived 51st and Normandy, and he lived around the corner from, and so that was with Kevin Spencer when I first went out to audition for Dynasty, and that's when I first joined Dynasty, and then the hits started coming, and we had to move.
Yeah.
And then Otis ended up moving too. He moved to Diamond Bar.
Yeah. He was out there a good while.
He bought the house for whoever he was renting it for.
yeah.
Dude.
You know a key component. a key component of both of the groups is they had a MC. And Dayton was known for having a lot of MCs for their band. So Otis was the MC for the Four Corners, and Lakeside had a guy named John Boatwright, who was their MC. So that was a big thing in Dayton, to have an MC to bring the band on, and you know.
Hey, Lamar, Sugar Daddy. That was his stage name, Sugar Daddy.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Once upon a time.
Yeah, well,
right.
That was Otis' stage name?
No.
Okay.
Boatwright.
Okay.
Boatwright. Yeah.
So,
but I wanna add, Dana was
Boatwright. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dana was a really good guy. He was full of life and a very talented brother. Generally, a lot of times just immersed into the music industry, songwriting, and what have you. And I always admired him, and he was a very silly guy too. I mean, real silly. We laughed about a lot of things, and there was times when rent was due and wasn't no gigs around for Platypus, and we would have this thing where we would have use combs where you hold the handle, and you would make the long end and hold the handle and make that a gun, and you would shoot people.
Wow.
So we during them days, it was fun, it was tough, and all of that, but we continued to do the thing, and Dana was just a good guy. We were in Australia, Platypus, when I think his grandmother passed, and he was not, because of the distance, of course, he was not able to get back for her funeral. And that was a time when my heart went out to him, because his grandparents raised him. And it wasn't like when we were in Australia, promoters brought us over there. It ain't like being Philip Bailey and it got your pockets full of money. You could just grab the next plane smoking or something.
Right.
But he handled that, and so it's just a lot of things we went through and dealt with. And of course, when I heard he had passed, it was a sad day, strictly because you start to reflect, on life, things you did together. There's plenty of times Hal Davis had me, Dana, and Kerry Rutledge, who was with Platypus. He's passed on. I think it's been a couple of years now. Hal used us for a lot of background vocals, Diana Ross, Thelma Houston, Jermaine Jackson. He just a lot of things we did together that way as well, So it's just a lot of time we spent together, and it's a sad thing that he's moved on into eternity.
Yes, it is.
Let me say one funny story about Dana. There's many of them. Those can relate to this. When we were the Four Corners, we had these little outfits that we got. I think we got them in Pittsburgh. They were plaid outfits with a vest and plaid pants, and they had a plaid hat. And Dana had the perfect afro. I mean, he didn't want nobody to touch his hair, and so everybody had to wear the hats. But Dana wasn't gonna wear his hat. He said, "I ain't wearing my hat." So he didn't want to put the hat on his head. And Stokes said, "You wearing that hat?" He said, "I'm not wearing this hat." And we got. I wish I had the picture of it, that somebody could put the picture up. Right. But Dana said, "I'm not wearing this hat." So Stokes got in the back seat and said, he Stokes put his foot up to. He said, "You go wear this hat, Dana." So if you see the picture. He's not smiling when we.
Do I have that picture?
He's not smiling. No, that's not it. No, it should be coming up. It should be coming up.
I think you might.
No, that's it. All right, so I'll
Yeah.
have to get. I have to get. Yeah, I have to.
Oh,
bring it.
it's got the four corners on it.
Right.
It's like Scottish
Lamar, did you
looking,
send it to me?
huh?
Lamar, did you,
It's
Lamar?
a
Did
black and white photo.
you?
Yeah,
Right.
black and white.
Hilarious.
I think I did. I sent you like 3 emails, so I think I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did not want to. He did not want to wear that hat, but so threatened.
That was, it was one of those moments when, I'm thinking like, okay, we're gonna put the caps on, you take the caps off and fix your hair back like you like it,
Right.
It ain't like you're gonna wear the hat from now on,
Right. Right.
But we laugh about that for days.
Mhm.
Oh man, that Dana was something else.
Yeah, he was the character, but like I said, just a guy. I mean, over the years, he just loved to write. He loved to just be doing something musically,
Right. And then he took up the auto harp.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody never heard of the auto harp.
right.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know. I
The
really don't
auto
know.
harp. I'm not right now. I would Curdy probably would be able to help me on this, but I'm going to say
Yeah.
it was either in Australia.
No, it was before that. It was back in L.A.
No. I don't think so, Floyd. I'm just saying, I think it started from something that happened in Australia or Japan. And I would have to get with Curdy, to nail that down.
I could have sworn I was in the group when he first started playing that auto harp. I could have sworn, and I didn't go to Japan with y'all.
No, but I'm just, and I could be wrong. I'm going to go ahead and say that, but I'm believing that it was somewhere of our trip to Australia or and I want to think it's Australia because we went there before we went to Japan.
What how did he? And I mean, out of all the instruments,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, why did he pick that?
And
I don't know.
that's a good
Maybe because
question.
it was something that was so different.
It was
just
very
so
different. It was very different, and I don't know.
I mean,
He ended
who
up
even
putting
taught him?
pickups on it. He
Who
put
taught him how to play it?
He taught himself, basically. Now, knowing Dana, he probably did the research. At that time, we didn't have
Internet.
the internet. You can look up anything now on the internet. But I think in that time, he probably just for whatever reason he was enamored by the instrument. He probably did his own research to find out how to start playing it. And I know our lead guitar player, Larry Hines, he's passed on in Platypus. When we were in Japan, I know he started playing the koto, instrument. And he ended up putting pickups on that. And it was just like the auto harp. It just added a nice extra flavor to music sounds, as we did our recording and playing,
That Dana, I used to be Dana's roommate. Did you know that?
No.
Okay. So he wherever he stayed for a long time. He just lived. I was like, dude, do you own the building? Like this last place. I mean, he should have bought. I mean, he could have bought it. He's been there for so long.
Yeah.
So, but we had a very, very good moments of just writing together, sitting there and just reminiscing on stuff that we did together. Oh, somebody else is here. Robert's here.
Oh, Pennington?
Yeah.
Pennington? Yeah, he's the one that sent me the link.
Oh, okay, yeah. But he don't have but his picture's not there. So
Okay.
That's Bob's J Cat.
The Bobcat, the Bob's J.
Come on, man. Put your picture.
Hello,
in.
Warner. Hello. Hey.
There you go.
The Bob's J.
The auto harp was in.
How you
That's when he
doing,
hooked
Robert?
up on the auto harp. Doing well. How
We
are
didn't
you?
hear you.
Oh,
You broke up.
We can
You
say
broke
it
up.
again. Say it again, Robert.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The auto harp happened That's when
say it
Dana
again.
that's when he started playing auto harp.
He got say it again. You broke up.
The auto harp was when he was in Japan. That's when he started.
Okay.
Okay.
So he was a Asian musician.
Well, if y'all recall, he's got a record that he recorded in Japanese.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got it around here somewhere.
He actually sang in Japanese?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Dana Myers.
Dana
I got
Myers.
I got it around here somewhere.
See, this guy is something.
Yeah, he was quite a guy. Like I said, he got to a point he always was trying to.
I asked Dana. Yeah.
You asked Dana what?
Go ahead, Lamar.
I asked Dana if he had anything recorded with the auto harp, and he sent me two platypus demos.
Okay.
One of them was called "Pilot of Love." You remember that, Stokes?
Yeah. Oh no, that's one of my favorite songs. I mean,
I sent it to Wardell. He has it. Pilot of Love.
And he's playing it on that. And in fact, he starts it off with that kid,
And when I heard it, I said, man, if these.
There it is.
Okay. I immediately went to yes when I heard it, man. I was like, oh my goodness.
I'm going to tell you, Hans, Curdy Jones, and Dana did a thing on this. I think it's me singing on this and Kerry Rutledge.
Well, Lamar, when you said yes, Lamar, when we first went to LA, we always went against the grain. We were a black group, but we always did crossover music, and we were singing in an apartment nightclub, and Roundabout by Yes was our last song. in an all-black nightclub.
Let's take a listen.
All right.
Okay.
If I could break in, we were all on the road together, and we parted ways. And
wait a minute about that.
You hear me?
That's Kerry.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob, can you then interject something?
I know, Rob. Go ahead, Robert.
What I was going to say is we all parted ways. You remember Floyd and Stokes, we all went different ways. The band went one way, you guys went another when we were, I guess, Florida, right?
Yeah.
Miami.
So then, yeah, next time I saw Platypus, I had come to LA. They had become a self-contained band. And when they played Yes, it was on the money. I mean, on the money.
It was on the money. You know, Pennington, people at Maverick Flats, we used to play that there and at the apartment nightclub. That the Soul Train gang, that's when that was a big time. And they got to a point that when they heard it on the radio and it was Yes, but they thought it was Platypus because so we introduced that song to a certain segment of people who had never heard it, but it had such a great groove to it, you know, that black people in the Soul Train gang could relate to it, you know.
And you know, then we learned, we did about, but then we learned Siberian Catrue. We did both of them.
Yeah. Because when I saw you guys the first time, it was at the Starwood.
Okay. Wow. Right. That's the picture that you posted up there a little bit ago. Yeah. That was at no, that was at the Whiskey.
Yeah.
That was at the Whiskey. No, I'm thinking, okay.
I thought that was Bailiwicks.
No.
Any of y'all remember Bailiwicks?
I do.
Oh, the Whiskey.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
know they had a Bailiwicks in LA.
The picture where Dana's on stage playing the auto harp, that was the Whiskey a Go-Go. That was right.
No, it was in Dayton.
Yeah, that's that the one? Whiskey a Go-Go.
Oh. That picture right there is in Dayton.
No, that picture is the Whiskey a Go-Go on
right
Hollywood. Yes, Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. This picture actually was. We were there right before we went to Australia.
Yeah, that sounds about in that same time frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And incidentally, Dana was right on the money about them hats.
Yeah, but Bailiwicks was out there by the Dayton Mall because Wardell had asked me about Bailiwicks a while back.
Yeah, that was a nice club. Yeah. Very nice.
No, it was.
That club had the biggest stage I ever saw.
And it had a balcony.
The stage was huge.
It had a balcony too.
And the club was like tiny, but the stage was humongous. Mm-hmm. And that was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first club I ever played in.
And Dayton?
Yeah, I saw TNT Powerhouse out there for the first time.
Wasn't that Mike Carter? Mike Carter?
Yeah.
And you know what it is now? It's a strip club.
Before Mike.
It's called Diamonds.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, before Mike got in the group.
Right.
Lamar, you knew that Mike Carter passed, right?
No, I didn't.
No,
I was asking.
I was addressing that to Lamar.
Right. Yeah, I did hear that he passed.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, who's Mike Carter?
He was one of the baddest bass players.
Oh,
an unsung bad bass player in Dayton, Ohio.
Great bass player.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used him on some of my sessions. What's funny about it, we always laugh about it.
I learned how to play Hair by Larry Graham by watching him play it.
Right.
Wow. So he was a bad boy.
No, he was a bad boy, but what's funny about Mike?
He had just came back from Japan and he got with this group called TNT Powerhouse. Oh yeah, he was.
Oh. Wow.
There was a story about Mike. He was very talented, and he was a very good bass player. And there was a lot of times when Mike was so good that he sometimes would overplay. I used him on some sessions, and I know there was one time we was doing something and I wanted him to play less. And what it was funny, one of his answers was, okay, whenever somebody would want him to play less, okay, well, I'll play it boring then.
That's funny. My God. So, Robert,
sounds like Mike.
What's in your mind, Robert?
Still sad, still shocked.
Yeah.
When I heard, the first thing I did was call Spoon to try to figure out what happened. Dana and I used to talk all the time.
Oh, wow.
And when I was in LA, I was like you. I was always taking him to the doctor.
Oh.
And not that he'd call me Bobcat. Not that I minded, but the thing about it was Dana couldn't find his way across the street without a
Exactly.
direction.
Exactly.
He had to, one time he went to the doctor by himself and he had to go all the way back down into Hollywood where you guys first stayed. Platypus first stayed when they got to Hollywood so he could find his way back to Pasadena. So the next day I sent him a GPS.
Oh,
2 weeks
Jesus.
later, so let his car sit
Whoa,
forever.
wow.
Next thing I'm sending him a jumper, but he was constantly on the music. That's where his head was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the time.
Absolutely
good
right
guy.
about that.
I remember
Good guy.
Dana and I, when we were signed, after we left Silver Spoon, the Solar thing was over, we went to A&M Records.
Mhm.
And so, and so Dana got into it with the bosses because they were like, we want the stuff that you used to do. So, and he was like, well, that's fine and everything, but that's not what I'm all about. I mean, before I did that, I was into rock and roll. I did all the, and so they said, but we don't want that. And Dana was like, he fought with them, and he fought with
Oh,
them
wow.
to the point where they suspended him because Dana was not giving in. And I was like, Dana, come on, give in. Just say, okay, I'll give you that, and then I'm gonna give you this. But don't say you're not gonna give them what they signed you for.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but Dana he was hard. That was the first time I ever watched him or heard him be so hard.
Yeah.
And so him and William Zimmerman stepped to the side because both of them got suspended. And so we're like, what do we do? That's how, because the name of our company was Quad Sync Productions.
Yeah.
So it was 4 of us. And now 2 are gone.
Yeah.
What happened? And so, but when I heard the song that you guys just sent me, that's the first time I got to hear Dana doing what Dana loved to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a blessing for me because that's why you got to always be open to listen because you just never know.
Well, you one of the things, and adding to that, Dana was always evolving, as far as being creative. And that's probably where, because he knew he was that way, you kind of have to, like you said, Wardell, you give what they want, and then you introduce some other things along the way.
Right.
When Platypus got signed with Casablanca Records, Larry Hines, may he rest in peace, he came up with the song that we co-wrote together. He had wrote the lyrics, and I worked on the melody, and he wrote the music, and I worked with the melody and lyrics. And it was a disco song. I mean, Platypus wasn't into disco, but Larry was like, well, look, let's just give them some of what they want. That allowed us, we did do a few songs, disco-ish, and Dancing in the Moonlight was the song that got us signed to that, and Street Babies.
Right.
That was I think that was Larry and Carrie Rutledge, and Dancing in the Moonlight was Larry and myself. And those 2 songs got us signed to Casablanca Records. Yeah. So I understand, I know what you're saying, Wardell. Dan was always evolving, and he didn't want nobody to pigeonhole.
Street Babies was my favorite song.
Street Babies was a good song. It was hot. It was hitting. But Dana, he didn't want to feel like he was being put in a box. And but you said the right thing, Wardell. It should have been give them some of what they want, and as you move down the line, you introduce some other things to them.
Yeah. But Dana that's the first time, and I don't know if it's because of ego. Like I've done it. I've done like the best stuff already.
Yeah.
I want to do something else now.
Right.
And I don't know if it was that ego or if he was just basically, I think he was hurt that they wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so he just said, I'm not giving you anything then.
Right.
That was like, I couldn't believe, because if they're going to suspend you, basically they're not going to pay you your money every month.
Right.
Like, how do you maintain? And Dana just did it. I mean, he just, I'm not.
Right.
I'm going to tag onto that. I'm tagging onto that, Wardell. Sometime, and we know this, I think if Dana would have cooperated, he could have utilized the platform for just giving them some of what they want, and then sliding other songs in along the way, because he was that talented. I believe they would have heard something else that they could like,
Right. Absolutely.
The thing about Dana, though, he was so flexible with the rest of his life that it was hard to imagine those times that he would just really just anchor in on what he wanted to do musically.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so contradictory to how he was day to day.
Yeah. Dana was basically, to me, he was a cooperative type of guy,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a great guy.
Yes.
And a very generous guy too.
Yeah, he was.
There was never a time that Dana didn't tell me that he learned to write music because of Floyd. And that's because Floyd had written a song for Iris. And so, Mad About the Girl, right, Spoon?
That's right. I'm 17 years old.
Wow.
You weren't moving on the screen. I thought you died, man. You
good? I got kicked off. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I wonder what happened, but I see
I thought you died, man. You just weren't going to say anything.
Yeah, I got kicked off.
You didn't get kicked off. You just you fell off.
Oh okay.
I looked and you were gone. I said, "Oh, I guess you had to go." I thought you had to go to the bathroom or something.
Not yet. Coming up though.
So Lamar, he just did his hand up, and so I paused him, and now he's back, and now I'll bring him back on.
So Lamar,
and there he is coming back in. There we go. So, but anyway, I want to tell you guys, one of the biggest songs. I mean, I played drums on a lot of songs, but this one song I want to play you guys, I really enjoyed. Dana wrote the song, and I enjoyed playing it. It was one of my favorite songs to record for the Whispers. So I'm going to take a small break, and then I'll play the song, and we'll come right back, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Your eyes is more than enough to make my poor heart burst into flame.
All right.
Anyway, I just wanted to play a couple tracks from, the Silver Spoon time that we had at Solar.
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Was somebody saying something? No? Okay. But
No,
anyway,
I'm going to say it was some good work, very good work, great grooves. It's a love thing. It's interesting hearing some of the backgrounds and stuff like that. I can tell you some of that Dana, you know, that's
right.
that sounds Danish and yeah,
Yes. So that's the strangest thing as I'm listening to the melodies, I'm getting emotional because I'm going, Dana wrote that. That came out of him.
yeah,
Because I started thinking about all the songs that we wrote together, and I'm like, oh my God. So, I didn't even know. As a young man, we were young.
yeah.
And so we started recording this stuff. I'm just doing my job as a drummer, right? Not even thinking about the songwriting part. That's just make sure I'm doing the right thing for Leon so he don't get mad and get somebody else in here.
Right.
And so, but years later to listen back and just sitting here with you guys is a blessing because it's taking me inside of Dana's world.
Yeah.
And so thank y'all for just being his real friends and just showing up and showing out.
Yeah. And
Wardell,
go ahead.
Wardell, Reggie Harmon must not be on here.
Recently, Dana did an interview on the Truth and Rhythm,
I saw some of that.
and last year,
Yeah.
and he said that they left his vocals on "It's a Love Thing"
Oh yeah.
I think I did. Yeah.
because that song and the beat goes on was originally for Myers, Philpott, and Woods.
Okay.
Right.
And somebody posted "It's a Love Thing" with Dana singing on it, and I was like, "Wow!"
I
So
heard
when I
that
saw
too.
on the interview, he said they left our vocals. Some of my vocals are still on "It's a Love Thing." I put on headphones, and I heard him. I heard his voice.
Yep.
And Mark Brown said that Shelby, you can hear Will Shelby in there too on the background on "It's a Love Thing."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But they were both co-writers, wasn't they? Both co-writers.
I don't know. I know that Dana wrote it. I don't know who else.
I thought Will did too.
Oh well, yeah, Will probably did the music.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I remember one day I was like,
Will might have been on there. I know Will was on the "Beat Goes On" for sure.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The beat goes on. Beat goes on.
In the beginning, right? Like we all were the same in terms of our financial status, right?
Yeah.
We all come from, Will and them come from Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. I come from Philadelphia, and we all ended up down there in California with Leon and stuff. And so we all going in and we're learning the songs and stuff, and then Leon says, okay, we're going to record next week. So y'all ready? Yeah, we're ready. So we go in the studio, we record, and then, we feel good about it. Then the next week we went in and recorded. First we did second time around, and then we did "And the Beat Goes On." And then we kept on, we're doing Dynasty's record and doing Carrie Lucas and just a lot of stuff. And then all of a sudden, a royalty check came, and so I was like, okay, that's cool. Let me go and I'm gonna buy me a new bike because I was riding my bike all the way from up to Beverly Hills, and so I enjoy riding my bike. That was my thing, and so I bought me a new bike and new gear, and I felt really good. And then I remember pulling up there, and then Will pulls up in a convertible Mercedes. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did you do that?
Yeah, that
He goes,
two-seater.
he goes,
Yeah.
and I go, how did you do that? He goes, what are you talking about? I said, dude, how did you come up with this? I just bought a new bicycle and you got a new Mercedes. How did that happen? And he says, well, I wrote the songs that you were playing on. And I said, oh, I got to start writing songs. I didn't know where the money came from. I thought we all were just doing the same. We were all getting our money from the same place. And Will said, man, you gotta write songs. I said, oh.
Right.
So that's what I started doing. What's going on over there?
Mr. Reggie Harmon.
Hey, Reggie, what's up?
Hey, man, I can't see anything. I guess I got this thing hooked up right.
You can't see. Oh,
What's
we
up,
can see
Reggie?
you. We can see you and hear you. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to get off here in a little bit, but Reggie and I we talked the other day, and we're gonna have possibly a memorial service by the end of October, right, Reggie?
He's gone.
He went out.
Like he's buffering.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's either gonna be the last Saturday or the third Saturday in October, but we're gonna keep everybody posted.
all right.
All right.
I want to talk to you anyway,
Reggie and I,
Floyd, because
huh?
I was going to say I want to talk to Floyd anyway because I think that they missed out by not having an obituary here in Dayton for Dana.
Yeah.
Because
They're
I've talked to a lot of people.
They're supposed to be doing that. They're supposed to be still doing that, but they're supposed to. I know they haven't done it yet, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's because it's getting late.
Yeah, and people. I hate to say it, but people's attention span moves to something else.
You're right.
And, it would be very good for them to go ahead and put in lieu of flowers or planting a tree. Contribute to the Dana Myers.
His
memorial
legacy
fund or something.
Because
I talked to a few people and I didn't know. I didn't even know there was a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know.
Yeah.
I had no idea until I was on the call.
So if y'all could post it, if anybody has that website, you should post it.
Does his daughter have it? Kim, does she have it?
Yeah. His daughter is Carmen.
Carmen.
Hey.
Yeah.
Dana used to get birthday wishes from all over the world.
Yeah.
On his birthday.
And Charles has it in the DMG also. It's pinned in the DMG page.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, maybe it can be reposted. Somebody can repost it.
Yeah. And the other thing is if there's an obituary, if somebody just goes in and does a search for his name, even if they're not from Dayton, it's going to pull it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I never saw one.
Now this is I don't really want to talk about this on the air. But just real quickly I'll say it. So we still have another website too for Dana's we're trying to get him cremated. And so it's kind of sad because it's been this long.
I thought he already was cremated.
Nope. So with that being said, I can send that to Lamar, and then he can send it to you guys. Because that one really that's where the money really needs to go to the quickest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think we've done like about 2,500 to the other site already. So, but this one here really needs it because I think we just put 400 in there. And so we need to put more in there.
Yeah, I hear you.
So maybe about 500, I think.
Well, I'm like you. I don't know if you said this, but somebody said Leon should pay for all of it.
Well, I think that would be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But you can't make people do.
Right.
They just going to do what they're going to do. So we just pray about that. But Leon's got his own thing. He's got a lot going on too. So, but I agree with you. Yeah, we can talk about it later. All right.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, oh, Reginald, is there anything you would like to say in regards to Dana Myers? Because you just kind of got in here.
Yeah. Only thing I could say is, we talked probably, periodically, as often as, you would expect for somebody to be at a distance. But, you know, I- at least once a month I would talk to him. And we were trying to get some things going. I'm still writing and trying to create and trying to get stuff played and distributed and the whole bit. But more so than that, I would just call and Dana, we just reminisce, man, of our childhood growing up, and we would just talk about our friends and who we played with and how much fun we had and all kind of stuff, man. It was just rejuvenating to the spirit, and it
Yeah.
just caught me totally off guard to know that he was here one minute and he was gone the next, man. It's just like, here today, gone tomorrow. We could talk these songs are very meaningful that you guys produced and written, and they're very relevant to our lives, but I miss him. I still think about him, man. And there's so many more of us that have paid a
Right.
lot of dues, maybe not have been able to climb to the heights in our careers as some, but we love what we do, and we love each other for doing it and trying to be perfectionists at it, but that's why I want to open up my studio and gallery for his homegoing, and however we get it together is fine. There's no charge for the space. Only thing I would probably see it, man, we could come up with a few funds, man, for refreshments and foods and whatever, but other than that, there's no charge for the studio, and it's a really nice place. A lot of people in Dayton don't know about it. It's kind of like a private like situation, because I don't want it to be bombarded with folks that like to tear up stuff.
Right, 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 right. So,
Some folks will tear your stuff up.
They
no,
will.
yeah,
They
they will.
will.
So Lamar, I mean, you
Mhm.
hear he's basically saying I have a place. So if y'all could just organize that somehow to just make it happen, don't worry about Kim and them. Just worry about you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, just worry about Dana right now, and
that's right.
his legacy, and
That's right.
I feel so. My heart's hurting, man. I don't.
It is.
Thank you guys so much for just blessing and coming on, because
Absolutely.
I was starting to feel alone in my
Yeah, I
pain,
hear
like,
you. I feel you.
and
Yeah.
I've been reaching out to everybody constantly.
Yeah,
Come on, let's
yeah,
do something, and so you guys being here is really a big, beautiful blessing for Dana,
yeah,
which blesses me indirectly and stuff. So, in
yeah.
closing, I like for each one of you to say whatever you want to say to Dana, and I know that might be hard for some of you guys, but I can start it off if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be short and sweet, but I just want to say, Dana Myers, thank you so much for blessing us. Thank you for being who you were, and we love you, and we appreciate everything that you've done. You gave me a home, a place to live for about 9-10 months, and I enjoyed myself there, and I enjoyed writing with you and creating with you, and I just wish that there was more time that we could do this. I never know what's going to happen on the other side of life here, but God bless you, man, and thank you for blessing all of us with your gifts. You really blessed us.
I want to
Dana
say,
Myers.
um, I want to say thank you to Dana. Thank you, Dana, for making the acquaintance. Goes all the way back to Roth High School choir. I think we probably spent about 3 good years together in choir, and of course, singing in the Four Corners and
Feeding him.
Platypus, and traveling the East Coast and Florida, and just thank you for being around to co-write What Goes Around Comes Around, and I'm glad it rained for Michael and the Jacksons. Just thank you so much for the experience of knowing you, and may God bless your soul, and rest in peace.
Let's say, Dana, you were my brother, you were my friend. We talked often, and we always said we
Amen.
loved each other. So thank you. That's it. Thank you.
We definitely miss you. I miss you. But your spirit will live on, and I know you're in a good place now. You don't have to worry
I'd
about.
like to say,
You don't have to worry about so many things. Your health being one of them. You don't have to worry about that anymore. You know.
we are missing, man, very much.
Yeah, but definitely, may you enjoy your new resting place, your environment where you're going. And I always say, I know you with the best of them that the Creator has made, and you will fit right in. But thank you so much for your love and your consideration of being a friend and staying in contact with me along the way.
I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm so glad I came back and got Dana from Dayton, Ohio, when we were in New Haven, Connecticut, way back in the day. And he always said, "Spoon, if it wasn't for you, I probably would still be in Dayton, Ohio, working at a factory." So, and you always called me late at night. You didn't have your sense of timing was terrible because LA's 3 hours different. But you would call me. I'd be in the bed. You'd wake me up, and just great times, man. Great times.
I'd like to say, all of you guys have had the pleasure of playing with Dana on stage. And the stuff that he did on stage, man, the way he sang those songs, just gave me chills watching him work live.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I really miss, playing with Dana.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was very passionate when he was on that stage.
Yeah.
And even in the studio, he was passionate the same equally. And so
That's right.
Yeah. Yes.
Amen.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thank y'all for.
Thank you.
Okay, Wardell.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wardell.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so
And
much.
let's keep the thread of creativity alive in our spirits as we go forward.
That's correct.
And Reggie, I'll see you this weekend.
Yes, sir. I look forward to it.
Okay.
All right.
God bless everybody, and continue to take care of yourselves.
I'm going to close.
Thank everybody,
close
Wardell.
out.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. I want to play a song.
All right, you guys.
Okay. God bless. I'm going to play a song.
Thank you guys for chiming in.
Lakeside with Otis Stokes singing lead. I love this song so much. I just found this song. It's an old song. And I go, Otis, that song is amazing. He came on and did an interview with me in his car.
Otis a bad boy.
Yeah. And so I'm going to play this song, and that's from Otis to Dana. So God bless all you guys, and y'all take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
All of my life I've been longing to find someone warm like you. Into a lonely heart you brought true.
Is Cordell still on?
Wardell, yeah.
Is his first name Dwight?
Wardell Pye.
Wardell. Okay.
Wardell.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything you do, oh baby.
I can't hear anything. Can't hear anything. Are you playing the music?
Yeah.
I can't hear it.